Rocky Mountain Thighs. I'm still recording. I think I'm getting a flat. Or something weird is happening. A weird hissing sound. Yeah, my front's fucked. Well, it has been a day of it. It's like 5 after 6 in the morning. Breaking camp on day 9. And this was at the fire break camp area that I just found. And this was probably my second favorite place to camp, next to the cedar swamps. That was really a unique experience, even though it was also a bit of a nightmare. This place was just really quiet and idyllic. It was really nice. So I decided to really put down some miles, taking a different route on some country roads, because the route getting up here, the last tidbit of kind of where I am now, I'm heading south now. It's weird trying to stay on like more dirt rural roads. If they go to like kind of secluded areas, they don't really go anywhere. They kind of double back, and it's kind of tricky. So I'm going to try to move a little bit quicker that way, and also kind of just use 2 cameras. So I only have an A and B cam. But I'm also going to make it more interesting. Instead of doing a lot of cutting, I'm going to try to sprucing things up because, well, I have sunshine and like things are looking nice, lush and green. So I did some color correction, and usually my stuff is a little bit more matte like this. I've tried to work with the GoPro a little bit, but they're still like kind of oversaturated in color. And I didn't really add any color to it. I just kind of played around with what's already there to just kind of boost it and give it some more contrast and a little bit more interest. Like this. See what I mean? It's not really blazing greens. The only thing is, though, GoPros are notorious for having like a lot of reds and oranges already in their stuff. So even though I try to tone that down as much as I can, as you'll notice in some of the stuff, especially like Sprocket there and my gas cans, they're kind of blazing. But I still think it looks pretty nice. Especially these big open blue skies. It's one of the nice things about coming back on these country roads. It's almost like all farmland. And I think it must be like for grazing animals, even though I didn't really see a whole lot of cows. I don't know if they're in like a different area right now or something. I don't really know anything about farming or raising animals. Well, not entirely true. I actually raised rabbits for like 5 or 6 years, but it's certainly certainly not like raising animals that graze. Even though they still graze. I don't know. Oh, so this is my other cam shot that I thought was going to be really great, and I never really checked it until I got home. It's supposed to be like, you know, a perspective if I had a passenger, but really I should have shifted it more to the right. It wouldn't have been quite as bad, but really the shot sucks. So you'll notice here I ended up getting on some blacktop, and I traveled it for a while, which is longer than I wanted to, and that's what I was afraid about following these country roads. So when I found what looked to be a seasonal road, kind of cutting-ish the way I wanted to go, I hopped on it, and I used this as a moment to check out some maps and get back on the roads I'm supposed to be on. And also, just using an A and B cam and having the B cam be absolute garbage. Um, I'm letting a lot of things run a lot longer than I usually do because A, I don't have much else to cut to, and it just gives it a little bit a different flavor of things. You kind of, you know, take it all in a little bit more, in a bigger bite, I guess. Well, I finally did it. And then that happened eventually. And the sillier thing is I haven't really been so haven't haven't even been running the auxiliary power because I had a ton of it. I was way over, so I haven't even turned on the switch. So I don't even remember turning it on. But where I'm going with all this is pretty much almost killed the battery. Almost. It tried to fire and then it stopped. This guy. Well, that's part of the thing. Like this guy. Please tell me you've got power. According to this, you're a Hondo. But this thing lies. Yep, now you're 99. Well, the problem is there's absolutely no room to grab any of the connectors in here. And I've been wanting to try to figure out a way to change that up. I really can't tell what you can see in there because it's garbage in there. But I know it can be done. Go away. Go away. I just cannot get a bite on this thing. I think I kind of have it almost. It says green. Green means go, right? And this is an interesting little moment that I was hoping looked cooler on camera than it did, so I had to kind of fiddle with it so you guys can understand the kind of weird moment I had here with me and this robin. So he was up on the bank, I think kind of like inside of it as I was driving by, and he kind of got trapped as I came through. He shot towards me and the bike, as you can see there. And then kind of we hung out for a second, and then he was off and away. And as I was riding, it seemed like a hell of a lot longer than you see there. And I thought I had a camera on the other side, like that's why I looked over there, but it was of course on the other side. So it wasn't a neat shot as I was hoping to catch the robin kind of in between everything, which actually wasn't even in between the bike like I thought. I thought it was actually more by my foot when it happened. And clearly in reviewing the video, no, it was actually in front of me the whole time. So, those of you watching this that are not too familiar with my videos, especially this series I'm working on, the Bohemian Highway, it's not like I'm trying to become like a YouTube person or anything like that. No, actually I'm just doing this actually as like a time capsule type thing for myself to look back on when I get older. And I love using gas stations from time to time because a lot of the signage and stylizing of things, especially like the vehicles and stuff you see, that's all going to change in like, 20 years or whatever. So right now it seems like a lame gas station. But, in time it's going to be nostalgia. So when I was reviewing this, I couldn't figure out at first what I was smirking at, and I could kind of remember this, but I couldn't remember what it was until I looked at my helmet, and it was just this little rattle trap of a mini bike that looked like somebody made out of pots and pans, so it was pretty funny. And what's really funny about this, though, is a lot of people say that I eat, pretty intensely fast, and I watched reviewing this, I did, and that doesn't bother me. What bothered me, and I probably shouldn't mention this, is how horribly filthy my hands are. I mean, it's fine, one thing to eat like a wild animal, but it could at least be clean. Love some fruit right now. Oranges, bananas, strawberries. Vanderbilt, me and Hughes on day 10. Took on an old 27 for a little while. And hopefully, I think it's 32 will cut me over to the trail I was on, help me get to Luzerne. Really sure. 4 of them. I believe it was 4 elms. And you can, if I turn up the volume on the actual track, you can hear me talk about, I was a little upset that there was a Sunoco just down the road. Sunocos, when you're traveling, at least in Michigan, they tend to have some fruit there, and that's what I was complaining about. If you didn't hear me about it, I was hoping there was fruit, like banana, strawberry, or something. And they would have probably had apples and bananas at the Sunoco, but at this point in time, I'm full of greasy meat, cheese, and potato chips, so I'm good to go. Welcome back. Well, look at this again. Go through my own. So, it gets confusing here from where I had came from and everything. It's because now I've kind of met back up to where I once was,
So I took County Road F38 all the way across, and evidently I must have hit a gate. If I remember correctly, that's why I ended up going. I should have dropped south, but it's okay. I don't know why I ended up going north. I can't remember why that happened. Zig when I should have zagged, I guess. Luckily it was a short jump. Left. What I found. And luckily, I thought I had to go all the way back to the sandy, brutal hills where my bike had actually fallen over, and I was like, all right, cool, and I just ended up using that opportunity to spray my chain. I thought it may have came off there because it was sitting back here. No, actually, we're still, I don't know how far away from it, but there's like no bump in the road. We're on some sand. I don't know, just decided to nope. So I'm going to hook up a safety line here because I like this spot for kind of the 2-up position. So I had some zip ties in there. Oh. Man, I kind of want to help you, but I ain't really got a lot of shit to help you with other than my manpower.
You know anybody that lives right around here?
Nah, man, I'm actually from Midland. I'm kind of just out touring. Did you try this house yet?
Yeah, knocked on the door. They got a green doorknob. Nobody answered, but...
No. Good luck to you, sir.
Alright. I kind of know it looks like I ditched the dude there, but he had already had his sister on the way to come help him out, and I'd offered him to use my cell phone, and he said he didn't need it because he already had somebody on his way, and I even double-checked my mirror to make sure he had something to drink, which he had like a Pepsi with him or something like that. So that's about all I could offer the dude, is something to drink so that way he stays hydrated, and a phone. So that's all I could do.
Rocky Mountain Fives. I'm still recording. I think I'm getting a flat. Or something weird is happening. A weird hissing sound. Yeah, my front's fucked. Well, it has been a day of it.
So, yeah, the one thing was actually a driveway. I went back to a person's house, and I realized that everything to the right side of this road was kind of residential-ish, but these jack pines looked like nobody was staying in. So I started limping in, and as I was getting closer, I realized that there was some smaller stumps, too. So I kind of want to get in off the road enough that you kind of have to look to find me. It's not too easy to see me, but I don't want to get too far in that if something, for whatever reason, I can't fix my tire or whatever, I don't have to lug the thing too far to the road if someone has to come rescue me. But, mentioning the stumps, I was also hoping I could find a bigger, more solid stump to work on, because the one thing I was mentioning back there was the one problem I see is the ground's fairly soft, and when like pushing and working on the rim to get the tire on or off, and setting the bead and things like that, it really does help to have like, you know, solid concrete or a block of wood or something underneath you. And like, but all these stumps are really soft. And those that might have an eye for it, I've actually stopped practically my front tire right on a game trail. So where I've decided to stop and do work is pretty much one of the most active areas for animals, and ever since there's houses nearby, they're probably going to have raccoons and other kind of mischiefy kind of buttheads around here.
Day 10's fun, just keeps on coming. Good thing I killed the hours, or, well, miles, both today. 3:33. And actually I have my camera stopped and I go. So you got this off, it wants to tilt forward a little bit. I got props here, props there, here a prop, there a prop, everywhere a prop. So I'll turn this guy on now. Oh, I'm so glad I ate before this happened. Actually,